I was thinking about these little videos today and how useful I still find them. Just this daily check-in and nudge to make sure that I've done something, or at least it's been in my mind, of what I can do and what I am doing to move closer to the goal. And although the goal has sort of shifted and evolved over the course of the last couple of years, it's never been too far away from my mind, and it's never been too far away from the kind of the big picture of establishing myself as a professional speaker. I really feel like I've got to that point now, but it's definitely still something that is a work in progress, and is absolutely essential to keep that motivation, keep that focus, and keep that relentless forward progress going, because I'm not quite where I want to be with it yet. So anyway, a couple of things to check in with today. It's Saturday, so I haven't done massive amounts of stuff, but there was something yesterday actually. Actually, today, two things. One thing from today, one thing from yesterday that I didn't check in with. So today, I actually finally managed to cobble together some clips from the Experience Sales Conference that was last April, and it's probably the only really decent full talk that I have filmed. So I had Momentum filmed, but that's just on the phone from a static tripod. It's okay. There are some bits in there I can probably pull out as well. But the Experience talk was such a great stage, great lighting, great AV. It was just a really good high production event. So I've got some bits from there, and I've managed to suck out a few little snippets of a few seconds each and just cobble them all together. In fact, they're on this channel, so if you were so inclined, you could go and have a look. It's about 3 minutes long. Give it a like if you do indeed like it, as always. So I feel I was being sort of reluctant to do it. Like, I think I can see why I've left it so long before doing this, because it's the whole, I've got to look at myself speaking and I've got to put it out there. But actually it's quite useful. It was quite a useful process to do that, as it was when I was watching myself back in some of the Momentum videos from a couple of years ago and comparing it to now. It's like the difference in my energy on the stage was absolutely like marked. Just really could tell the difference. So it was a useful exercise to kind of go through that, and still things within the talk as well, this Experience talk, that I'm looking at thinking, okay, I'll do that differently now, especially with pauses. Definitely something that I've got a lot better at recently. The last 6 months or so is just bringing more pauses in. So there's something, probably still work to do on that. But anyway, that was one of the things that I did today. And I put it up on LinkedIn, put it up on Facebook, got it up on the website as well. So kind of feel like I've done something positive there that I keep saying I'm going to do, and I haven't done it yet. And I've probably got a few more snippets that I could still extract from that one, and also the Momentum talk. Anyway, that's one thing. Then yesterday, the other thing that I did was I put in an application which had to be done by the 31st of January, which was yesterday. So I did it at like 8 o'clock last night, an application to speak at the Toastmasters District Conference. Now, I'm already speaking next weekend at the Toastmasters Leadership TLI. I don't even know what the I stands for. Initiative. It's like a conference basically, but they've got a day where they've got 4 or 5 speakers, including myself, each doing, I think, 75 minutes we're talking for, on something to do with leadership. So I was asked to do something, and strict leadership isn't absolutely bang in my lane, but one of the things I do talk about, certainly is very relevant to this, is self-leadership. So I've put a workshop together, and it's happening next Saturday, and it's in Beaconsfield, I think. But I was also encouraged to put an application in to speak at the main Toastmasters conference. So I don't know how many will come along to the TLI next weekend, but at the conference, there's a few hundred people, and they're all Toastmasters. So they're all speakers. And if you go to the conference, you're usually either the president of the club, the vice president education, vice president membership, or you've been in the club for some time. There's a few people who go along and they've just joined recently, perhaps less experienced, but most of the members, I'd certainly say, are very experienced and long-standing members of the clubs. So I was sort of thinking to myself, it feels a bit like a level up from the TLI next weekend, and certainly anything else that I've done, speaking in front of other speakers. And it was really interesting to observe and sort of experience secondhand and firsthand at the same time this almost dissociation of myself as I was experiencing this slight, oh, flipping heck, I'm going to be judged by speakers who know what they're looking out for and will be judging me on Toastmastery speaking criteria. And and will give me the feedback, I'm quite sure, as well afterwards, and actually experiencing it in the moment, but also observing myself experiencing it. It probably doesn't make sense, but it's almost like a awareness of what I was thinking and what I was feeling in the moment. And it was thanks to that awareness that I thought, I have to do this. I have to step it up. It's exactly the kind of challenge that I want and I need to really, really get myself up to the next level. It's an application process. They might look at it and think, no, we're not interested in that. It's a workshop, so it won't be absolutely everybody. They'll have a number of different workshops running at the same time, but there will still obviously be a limit. And I know that it will be oversubscribed with people wanting to speak at it. So we'll just have to wait and see if it's something that is deemed to be a value-adding workshop topic that I've proposed, which is something quite similar to what I'm doing next week anyway. So anyway, there we go. There's my check-in for the day. 2 things, the video and the speaking in front of speakers, and my observation of my natural inclination towards shying away from it. But that's not what this year's all about. So anyway, there's my check-in for the day. Thanks for watching and listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and do check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.